Meta NFT announcement at a glance. So, starting this week, Facebook begins testing digital collectibles on Instagram, which will allow a small group of US creators and collectors to share NFTs on Instagram that they have created or even bought. Watch this interview between Tom Beaulieu and Mark Zuckerberg. It's crazy. It's amazing. You will hear this.
I mean, one of the new things that I wanted to announce and share today is we're starting to test digital collectibles on Instagram so that creators and collectors can display their NFTs. And, a huge part of this, I think, goes back to what you're saying. It's about expression, right? And saying something about yourself. What do you want on your profile? What's the collection that you want to show? Maybe there's a financial component about that and that, people bought these things and maybe they want to sell them at some point. But a lot of it is about expression. And certainly in the context of a social network, that makes sense. So I'm really excited to start testing this. We're going to bring similar functionality to Facebook soon, too. And then maybe to other apps in our family. And we're also, going to work on augmented reality NFTs, so basically 3D NFTs that you could bring to Instagram stories using Spark AR. So that's our kind of software AR platform. So you can put this kind of digital art into 3D spaces and kind of project it onto physical spaces as well. So what all this sort of adds up to is, for the foreseeable future, there are going to be a lot more people using things like Instagram and Facebook on their phones than using virtual or augmented reality glasses. Maybe by the end of the decade that starts to shift, but we have 8 years until that. So in order to kind of help establish some of this infrastructure, so that way, more people get used to it, they get used to seeing it, they get used to interacting with it. Developers get comfortable with the fact that, hey, this is really in a lot of different experiences. So I can bet if I'm building something that people are going to understand what that interoperability is and want to be able to take things and bring them from one place to another. I think just as kind of a whole ethos and norm of how this stuff gets built. If we can start helping to push the world towards that now, that's something that I think we should be working on over the coming years. So that way, by the time the metaverse becomes this ubiquitous thing that we all spend a lot of time in, it can be done in an interoperable way.